Now a play fake here on first down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. A couple of years ago, Cobb signed that 4-year, $40 million deal. Since then, the numbers have been down a little bit, although last year only played 13 games.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be as concerned with the numbers dropping if I were a Packers fan, because remember, Davante Adams has developed as a player, and his numbers have gone up. You got Jordy Nelson back to full health in 2016. He's going to catch a lot of passes, almost caught 100 in that season. Jared Cook at tight end. That's a new weapon Green Bay didn't have for a while. And don't forget, Randall Cobb spent some time as a running back when all the injuries hit the backfield. So his versatility is still a major plus for Green Bay.
And the starting crew defensively for Detroit.
DeAndre Levy is one of those linebackers who makes everyone around him better when he's on the field.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, they're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
26. Over here.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. His throw incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
The seventh play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though.
319.
And the D looking like they may blitz. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it brings up fourth down.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on fourth down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. And now with the play clock getting low, Jim Caldwell's going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On first down, it's Stafford. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. He tried to get something going there with a little toss behind the line of scrimmage. Unsuccessful.
How about the athleticism of the coverage, though? Being able to dance with him coming out of the backfield. That's not easily done. But not only did he dance, took it, wheeled, and went the other way. Ended up with 6 points for his team.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. And ready to go for another offensive series. Out comes Detroit, and a Detroit team that, boy, lost in the playoffs this year. Don't have a playoff win since 1992. But it was a tough end of the season. There were injuries involved. And I know you think that this is a crew that really could make some noise again next year, don't you?
I do, because I think they gained so much confidence this season, battling back from a tough beginning. working their way into where they looked like they had a chance to win the division. And while they didn't do that, they did get into the playoffs. Despite a myriad of injuries, they think this team has a bright future, and they feel confident about 2017.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, here's Stafford. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. A big play there for Detroit. 51 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. A second down run for Abdullah. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Well, this past season was tough for Abdullah. Foot injury costing him the last 14 games of the year. And that was a big blow. They could never really get that running game going, could they?
It changed everything for them because Theo Riddick, who is his backup, is really a third down back. The guy that they want to use out of the backfield to catch passes in open space. He had to become more of a runner. And I think that limited his effectiveness at doing what he does best. Amir Abdullah was drafted to be their lead runner. If they keep him healthy, that'll help the Lions' offense in 2017.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Eric Ebron, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Well, trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And
that's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, 78 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
23 yards on the play.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. They go back to Abdullah on first. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. And Tate just finished his 7th NFL season. First 4 in Seattle, last 3 Detroit. And each of those 3 years, 90 or more receptions. Finished this season with 91 catches, over 1,000 yards.
And I saw him expand his game in 2016. I saw him operate out wide in the slot. Also came into the backfield and got carries and then ran routes from there. His yards after catch really jumped back up in 2016. And Golden Tate has shown that he's more than capable of being a #1 receiver in the NFL.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Back to throw, Stafford. Letting one go deep for the end zone. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Stafford. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. And Quan Bolden, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions have tied it. If they hit the extra point, they'll have the lead. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. He'll set up the screen to Lacey. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they were able to get to him on it.
Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. That is incomplete. offense going with an extra DB here on third down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Finding time. It's caught. Nelson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
On second down, Lacey. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver from 19 yards away. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. So they're going to go for two.
319.
Halfback sent in motion.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers will throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
On first down, Abdullah. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Caught right side, Tate. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. First and 10, Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Stafford giving to his fullback, Burton. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. On the sneak, it's Stafford. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Now they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They run. Abdullah. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it.
All right, boys, here we go. 32. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Go here. 180. Crunch. 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 0. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, bang. 59. 21. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Crash.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And it is incomplete. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. Now the Packers get set to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looks pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
From that spot on the field, the tendency is to play it safe, run the football, make sure you don't have any errors. But sometimes you want to break tendency, and you take a big shot downfield, hoping to catch the defenders a little bit unaware. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get it completed on that play.
He'll set up the screen to Lacey. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They give to Burton, the fullback. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll run here. Abdullah. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Amir Abdullah in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. And he's able to put it through. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Fighting through. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Now they go screen. It's complete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'm guaranteeing he's been selling. This one, we can get it, Coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Alone to the right is Jones. Here's Stafford. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now Stafford. This will be caught at the 2. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Rodgers now on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction. And then you have the OTAs and minicamps. You get to see them on the field for the first time. And we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
A very solid gain of 27. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The penalty on first down backs them up 5. It's now first down at 15. And again, it's Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Second down now after the incompletion. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on the running plan first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. It's caught. Nelson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the third quarter. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jordy Nelson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
26.
They'll run it with Lacey. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw is Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They go with Abdullah again. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Now Riddick. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on fourth down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. And Stafford's going to take it himself. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side. Able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a first down.
Back now at Ford Field. So they're operating in the red zone. They'll come out in the pistol. After the run, now Stafford going to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh, good luck with that.
Oh, my goodness. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He only needed a few inches, but they stop him behind the line. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they're going to speed things up here. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. In motion right is Tate. Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
They snap it to Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 46 yards. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. On first down, Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said,
And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Eddie Lacy punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it for 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On first down, Stafford here. Complete here to the right to Bolden. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Stafford gives to Abdullah. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
On third down, Abdullah. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Jim Caldwell is showing a little confidence in the offense, leaving him out there here on fourth down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
They'll try to close it out now. Second down following the incompletion. Rodgers throwing here. He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 57 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And he'll get blown up behind the line. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And the back goes into motion. Back to throw, Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Now hang on here, timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The defense looking to hold serve again. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game...
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. And the tight end Ebron in motion. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And the tight end Ebron in motion. Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. And a great spot to start this drive from here. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Rodgers looking to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 22 yards on the pickup there. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal. Red zone opportunity. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. No doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points.